ask a question?
Uh-huh.
All right. So historically,
Yeah.
you grow up and when people make jokes, like when someone wants to call you a nerd,
Yeah.
they're like, what are you, like a chess nerd, little
Yeah.
nerd player, chess nerd? And all of a sudden, everyone who plays chess is really cool.
Yeah.
They blew up kind of, in my perception of things is that it kind of blew up online.
Mm-hmm.
There's like chess influencers now, people who go from playing to being influencers, people who start as influencers. What is like your whole feeling on that movement into like, oh shit, this thing that I've been doing probably your whole life or a majority of your life that for a long time was considered not cool is now randomly cool. Like, what has that been like?
Yeah, I mean, if I'll try to give you like the 2-minute answer. So what happened with chess is obviously 2020. We have world shutting down, first edition of PogChamps, Hikaru streaming a lot on Twitch. And around that time, I was locked inside. I was teaching chess. So I graduated college 2017. I had like a stats degree. I was like,
I was say in chess, but you didn't.
Do you really think that's a degree? Let's stop for a moment. Do you really think
In
that?
Soviet Russia, it
I was
was.
trying to do like a whole like monologue and, you know,
I'm
like
sorry,
show some
I'm
short
sorry.
content. And now
We're cutting the short form up right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah,
I was gonna-
shit.
It's
Sorry,
like-
you're a short form
no,
god. Go on.
No, so I graduated 2017. I had like the stats degree. And so what I was doing then is I was teaching one-on-one lessons in New York City, like to 5 and 6 year olds. I had like a little after school program. I was 19, 20 years old. So I basically cut the last 2 years of college. And I just tried to teach chess. That's a really good career. You can make 6 figures in cash being a chess teacher in New York City, even before the boom.
Wow.
You just have to work like, 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. Like you have weird hours because after school stuff. I paid all my taxes, IRS. You can go back and look.
You also have to be good at chess.
No, you don't. You could make 6 figures because you're good enough to teach total beginners.
Could I make?
You can make 6 figures because you're good enough to teach absolute beginners. Can you manage a classroom of 10 people?
Of course. I'm
All right, so
on
let's
this
do,
podcast.
let's do the math. Let's do the math. 10 kids sign up for an after school semester. They each pay $600.
They're all very cool.
They're like complete beginner kids. They're like third graders, normal kids. Yes, $6,000 for that one class. You show up to like 12 classes. All right. You get paid $100 for each of those sessions. That's $1,200. $6K minus $1,200, $4,800. The house takes $4,800. Imagine you run that program. Imagine you run a chess camp. All right. 5 days during presidential break, right? Whatever, like presidential weekend.
12 we could actually camp.
Would you?
What do we play
let
chess?
him keep going.
12 kids show up. Small camp. You need one helper. 12 kids show up. They pay $600 for the camp, right? Because 5 days a week, full time. That's $7,200. So a chess teacher on a week off from school can make $6,000 in a week. You know how many people would kill to make $6,000 in a week?
A lot of people would kill.
Like, that's a lot of money. So, and you can report half of that if you like want to be a total scumbag. And even if you report the whole thing, all right, it's all cash. You can
Why
get
not
like
report none of it?
Well, I'm sure some people do. I was too scared. All right.
We don't report.
No, we report.
We don't report
Dude, I'm
shit.
in New York.
Me and Levy don't report
You
shit.
live in a state with the
don't get
highest.
shit
You
from
have
us.
the highest effective tax rate here, dude. Like, I'm trying to get out of New York. I'm like, man, LA is great. I gotta pay 53% if I live here. This shit is crazy.
We know his tax bracket.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's dope.
Yeah.
All right, make
53%
6 figures.
no
Make
fucking
6 figures
trade.
teaching chess.
Yeah.
And
What do
then-
you think is the line?
well,
what
well-
elo do you have to hit to start to unlock this
Dude,
hidden method?
there's a chess company called Chess at 3 whose entire business model is story-based chess lessons, like the king and the queen and the castle, and they teach kids who are 3 years old.
When a
Their
king
instructors
meets a
are 500
queen.
kilo.
We're extracting wealth from the rich doing this,
Yes,
right?
yes,
These
guys,
are,
guys,
this is families with
Guys,
disposable income.
I have taught like heirs of billionaire, families, and they're completely normal people.
Okay, wait.
I used to teach this kid on the Upper East Side in a group. This kid was like, worst behaved kid I ever taught, and probably for good reason. He got picked up in a bulletproof Mercedes. Like his family had to drive in a bulletproof car.
That's so fucking
Teaching chess in New
cool.
York is you could make a series out of it. There's like the heads of chess programs in New York all battling for position. I once stepped on toes. I tried to invite a kid to a camp. I didn't know he belonged to like an instructor. I got it. The next time I showed up to a tournament, I was going to be rising up the ranks of the Hunger Games of the New York City school system. Then 2020 hit. And I mean, can you imagine how depressing it is to teach a 6-year-old the London on a Zoom call after he already did 8 hours of school? He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my God, why am I doing this? Is like, so I started doing YouTube, and mid 2020 to like mid 2021, so a year, I made 2 YouTube videos every day. There was Queen's Gambit, Anal Beats cheating scandal.
Wow,
that was hot.
And then now
You're talking about events that have happened in the chess world that made.
Yeah, so Queen's Gambit.
Got it.
These
Okay.
were, these were normal history.
I thought these were just positions.